day 9 of our 30-day challenge. We in Ghana are on a partial lockdown. So we decided to motivate ourselves. We decided to add value to our lives so that after the lockdown is lifted, then we can express the knowledge we've acquired, the power that has welled up in us. So I welcome you once again to day 9. And on day 9, I want us to look at what I call the power of responsibility. The power of responsibility. If we say responsibility, what we simply means taking care of something. So if we say personal responsibility, we mean taking care of yourself. Most of us have relegated the responsibility for our lives to our bosses at work, to the government, to our community leaders, and to our politicians. Some also have relegated their responsibilities to their parents and some of their rich uncles. But every man was created in the image of God. And at creation, God told man to take dominion. So every man must take responsibility for his own life. Responsibility is so powerful so that immediately every human being, every man accepts responsibility for his being, responsibility for himself. A certain kind of power enters that man. He becomes a new man. He sees life in his own terms. Yes. So if we say responsibility, what we mean is that you make your own decisions, knowing full well the consequences of your actions. If you do that, you are not going to put blame on anybody when they fail. Yes. If a man makes decisions, knowing the consequences of his actions, and still goes ahead to make them, it means that he has accepted the responsibility for his life. Are you responsible for your health? Most of us eat anything, thinking that some way, somehow, we will grow healthy and then we will die healthy. Nope. You must take special responsibility for your health. So you take responsibility for what you eat. You take responsibility for exercise. So everything that will make you healthy, you must take responsibility for it. Number 2, a man must take responsibility for his spiritual life. Yes, so if you are a Christian, whatever religion you belong to, make sure that you are taking responsibility for your life. As a Christian, are you connecting with your God? Are you reading your Bible? Are you doing morning devotion? Are you going to church? Are you loving God? And are you loving other people? Because Jesus said the greatest commandment is to love God and then love your neighbor as yourself. Are you doing that? Yes. So the third one is financial responsibility. Take care of your finances. Take care of your wealth. Take care of anything that gives you money. Nobody's going to feed you. King Solomon said, the borrower is a slave to the lender. Yes. So be responsible financially so that people don't determine what you eat and what you wear. Take responsibility for your relationships. Yes. Decide who becomes your friend. Decide what you need in a friend. Decide the values a friend must exhibit. Decide the moral standard your friends must get to. Bad friends would corrupt you. The Bible said, bad friends corrupt good morals. So, your relationships are very important Make sure you are deciding who becomes your friend and who you talk to. Take care of your security. Take care of your security. What will make you secured? Yes. So in anything you do, make sure that you are taking very good care of your security. What will make you secured financially? What will make you secured physically? What will make you secured in your business? Think about it. Take responsibility for your own security. Make sure that you are taking responsibility for every aspect of your life, knowing full well the consequences of your actions or inactions. Take responsibility of what enters your mind and what leaves your mind. Most of us are not reading. Yes, you cannot be living without reading. So please take responsibility of the quality of your mind, the quality of your thinking. If you have to take a new course, do. Learn as far as you can. Learn on any subject that you require to know something in. Learn anything that is of importance to you. Learn. So, take responsibility. I know that nobody is going to have your back. Have your own back. Decide. Make sure that you are taking the decisions that will make you a better person. Don't allow people to decide for you. This is your life, and you must be deciding what is important for you. Now, before we leave, let us go over our COVID-19 safety tips. Number one, wash your hands well with soap and water, running water. Number two, sanitize your hands well when you shake somebody's hands or when you touch any surface, either in a bus or a train or an airplane. Number three, do what we call social distancing. Stay at least 1 or 2 meters apart from the next person you meet or the next person you stand in line. Number four, when you think you are experiencing symptoms of COVID-19, get medical help. Call the lines available in your community or country. The next one is when you know anybody or when you see anybody who is showing signs of COVID-19, please get the person to a medical facility or make a call to a medical facility so that the person can be catered for. And lastly, make sure that you are observing all these precautions. They are very important. Lastly, whatever you do, stay alive. Until we meet again, aspire to become.